All right, so today we're going to talk about crypto wallet security. But look, this isn't going to be some dry technical lecture. We're going to approach this as an essential modern skill. Think of it like a journey to protect your own digital treasure. So let's dive in. Our guide for this whole thing is Wallet Security Essentials. And the reason we're using it is because it's awesome. It frames this whole topic not as a chore, but as an adventure. And that, right there, completely changes how you think about keeping your stuff safe. And that's exactly the journey we're taking you on today. I mean, this quote just sets the stage perfectly, doesn't it? You're the hero of this story. And that wallet on your phone or your computer, yeah, that's your personal vault. Okay, so where does this all begin? Right at the start. The very moment you create a crypto wallet, you're not just, downloading another app. You are literally forging a vault for something incredibly valuable. This vault, it holds your digital identity, your assets, your access, your keys to this whole new decentralized world. It's really a doorway to a universe where the old rules about ownership and trust are being totally rewritten. So the first big choice you've got to make is between two kinds of vaults. You've got your hot wallet. It's always online, which is super convenient for everyday stuff, but it's also more exposed. Then you have the cold wallet. This one's kept completely offline, like a hidden fortress. Way less convenient for sure, but far, far more secure for stashing larger amounts. The right one really just depends on what you need. Okay, before we go a single step further, we have to establish the golden rule. This is the big one. Your private keys, your seed phrases, they are the master key and the secret combination to your vault. They are absolutely sacred. Sharing them is like handing a thief the keys to the kingdom. So let me say it again. Never, ever, ever do it. Okay, so you've got your vault. You know the number one rule. But here's the thing. You're not alone in this digital city. There are shadows moving in the streets, and believe me, not everyone is friendly. The stakes here are really, really high. And that brings us to a pretty critical question, right? While you're building up your digital wealth, who else is out there watching? Who are these shadows we need to be on the lookout for? Well, first up, you have your classic hackers. Think of them as digital burglars. They are actively looking for weaknesses in software, trying to brute force their way right into your vault. Then, you've got the con artists of the digital world, the phishers. These folks are masters of deception. They create fake websites, fake emails, fake messages that look completely real, all designed for one thing, to trick you into just handing over your keys. And finally, we have the scammers. These guys are smooth talkers. They use what's called social engineering, playing on your trust, your excitement, even your greed, to persuade you to unlock your own vault for them. I know, that all sounds a bit scary, I get it, but here's where the story takes a turn for the better. You are not defenseless, not at all. You have some seriously powerful allies, guardians you can call on to protect your treasure. Your very first line of defense is strong authentication. Think of it like a massive, towering gate protecting your vault. By using long, unique passwords and multi-factor authentication, you're creating locks that only you have the key for. A weak password, that's just leaving the door unlocked. Now, if you're holding a significant amount, you need to bring in the heavy cavalry. We're talking about hardware wallets. The source material calls them the armored knights of your vault, and it's a perfect analogy. They keep your keys on a separate device that never touches the internet, which makes them pretty much immune to online attacks. They are your ultimate defenders. So how do you fight those tricky phishers? Well, your best weapon is just your own awareness. It's a shield, but it's an active one. You've got to always check those URLs, verify every single source, and question anything that feels even a little bit off. You have to constantly be playing the game of, can you spot the imposter? But what if the absolute worst happens? What's your plan B? That's where your backup guardian comes in. That recovery phrase, written down and stored safely, and I mean physically, offline, is your guarantee that you can always restore your vault. It's your emergency escape hatch. You know, it's really important to remember that none of these guardians can do the job alone. They're a team. Real security comes from layering them on top of each other. Using things like multi-factor authentication, MFA, where you need a second proof of identity, like a code from your phone, combines their strengths. It turns a simple lock into a nearly unbreakable fortress. Now, setting all this up is a fantastic start, but it's not the end of the journey, not by a long shot. See, True security isn't some one-time task you can just check off a list. It's an ongoing practice, a commitment you make to being vigilant. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You need a simple digital hygiene routine. What does that look like? Well, it means regularly updating your software to patch any new vulnerabilities. It means going in and reviewing your security settings once in a while to make sure nothing's changed. And it means auditing the apps that are connected to your wallets to get rid of old permissions you don't need anymore. These small, consistent steps build powerful protection. Because at the end of the day, you can have all the best tools in the world, but the ultimate safeguard, the final guardian, is you. It's your own judgment, your own diligence. The choices you make every single day are what truly define how secure your vault is. So, as we start to wrap up our journey, you can see how it all clicks into place, right? By understanding your vault, knowing the shadows, and calling on your guardians, you move from a place of, well, maybe apprehension, to a place of confidence, of mastery. So let's just quickly run through the big takeaways from our journey today. First, treat your wallet like the precious vault it is. Remember, your private keys and seed phrases are sacred. Your awareness is your shield against deception. For the big stuff, hardware wallets are your armored guardians. And most importantly, your own personal responsibility is the ultimate guard. And I really want to leave you with this final thought because it kind of sums everything up. Mastering your digital security isn't about being afraid of the shadows. It's about having respect for the value of what you're protecting and embracing the responsibility that comes with it. When you do that, you're not just securing assets. You're truly mastering your place in this new digital world.